Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for all the new subscribers over the weekend. And you guys are great. I was a little overwhelmed, but I got a lot. So thank you so much for joining my community. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your support. And I love you guys. I've been doing this a while, and I really, really enjoy it. I'm going to take a sip of iced coffee, and then we'll get into it. That coffee is delicious. Okay. So, today I wanted to just talk to you. Excuse me. No, I'm not sick. I want to talk to you a little bit today about different items and different ways that you can preserve them. As you know, through my channel, you've seen me do a lot of dehydrating and a lot of canning. But what you haven't seen me do is a lot of freezing. And a lot of people say, well, I don't can, I don't want to do a dehydrator. Can I just freeze it? Well, yes and no. So there are certain things that I feel, this is only my opinion, okay, that I feel that really keep their quality when they're frozen, okay? So we're going to go down the list. I have my list right up here, and we'll see what's on the list that you like, that you want to just freeze and preserve it that way, especially if you have a deep freezer. If you have a deep freezer, yeah, that's really good. Okay, vegetables. So basically any kind of vegetable can be frozen if you flash freeze them first. And I'm talking broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, potatoes, celery, onions, peas, what else? Green beans freeze really well. The squashes are a little different. They're going to change texture a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry. And peppers. Peppers freeze very, very well. But anything in the squash family, I would never freeze a cucumber. I just wouldn't. You can pickle them and you can dehydrate them. But we're not talking about that today. So we're talking about freezing. Anything in the squash family, I think, first of all, you have to flash freeze everything. Because when you flash freeze them, now I'll explain what flash freezing is, if you don't know. It's when you wash, you cut, you prepare your vegetables the way you want them, or your fruit, and you put it on either a cookie sheet or a plate or something. You spread out one even layer, and you freeze it for a few hours. Then you take that and you just pull them off, already frozen, quickly, and put them in a freezer bag. Get all the air out, and then seal it up really well, and put it in your freezer. Okay, so if you don't flash freeze, what you're going to get is a big lump of whatever it is you have. It's just they're gonna freeze together. So the idea is you want them to freeze separately, so that you can just grab what you want and cook what you want or use up what you want. But the squashes, I have never done zucchini in the freezer. From what I hear, it gets a little mushy because there's a lot of water. It just has a lot of water. So that would, to me, that would include anything in the squash family, and eggplant. Like eggplant is like that too. I don't know because I've never done it, but I think I'm going to try it with one of my garden zucchini, and I'm going to let you folks know how it comes out. Other things that can be frozen, definitely meat. Meat, yes. Take it out. Never leave it in the package. Don't leave it in the package, okay? Because it's not going to last as long. I don't know how long it will last in your deep freezer once you take it out and repackage. You have to decide what's good for you. But the way I package it, I mean, gosh, stuff could sit there a year. There's no freezer burn. It doesn't go bad. The texture and flavor doesn't change. Because when you're freezing something, you're taking that date, okay, that expiration date, and you're stopping it. So it's never going to reach that date. Does that make sense? Okay. I hope I explained it well. If I didn't, as always, I want you guys to leave comments below with questions. And sometimes you guys bring up great points and great questions, and we can all learn from it, and I can too. I am not a know-it-all, and I'm not going to pretend that I am. So, you could also freeze citrus fruits. I've done this with lemon, lime, and orange. Just slice them the way you want them, put them on the plate, freeze them for at least a few hours, and then transfer them to a freezer bag. Get all the air out. If you have a vacuum sealer, that would be even better. You can control portions more, so that's good too. I never froze mushrooms, so I don't know how that would come out. I usually can them or dehydrate them. So yeah, getting back to meat, if you take meat out of the package, and here's the thing too, you could trim if there's any fat on it. You could take the skin off the chicken if you want. Whatever you do, prepare it almost the way you would getting ready to cook it. What I like to do is I take 1 or 2 pieces at a time, and I double wrap them in plastic wrap. So I will put my plastic wrap at an angle. I'm going to show you like this, okay? And I would put, let's say this is the meat, okay? I'd put the meat in the middle, and I'd take up the ends like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then I roll it over, and I flatten out the plastic wrap. Then I turn the package of meat around, and I do it the other way. And the reason I do that the opposite way is to overlap and cover any little pockets of that wouldn't be covered, God forbid. If the plastic wrap moves, who knows? Who knows what can happen, you know? And then I place it in a freezer bag. So they're double wrapped and they're in a freezer bag. I've heard that butcher paper is really, really good. It's better than plastic wrap. It doesn't stick to your meat. So you could also wrap it in that. I've never done it, but try it. Let me know how it works out. So I like to freeze, like I will put a whole, or if I don't think I'm going to use a whole, like let's just say, like right now I have a huge slab of ribs. And that huge slab of ribs, I really wish I had cut in half before I froze it, because now I gotta cook the big thing of ribs. But you can portion it out and just freeze what you want at a time. And if, you want, well, I want a little more of that, take out 2 packs. It's not a big deal. It's really not. Things are tough, but there are some good sales on meats and vegetables and things. So if you shop the sales and you take care of your produce and your meat properly, yeah, you could freeze them for, I'd say short term, under a year. To me, that's short term. But at least you'll have a couple of months worth. So if SHTF ever happened again, people aren't scrambling, or if the prices go up, you've got it on sale, so you're saving money. You're saving trips to the grocery store. Other things that can be frozen are the shredded cheeses. Now, you could break them up into smaller packages, or you could just freeze them in the package they came in. I prefer to do smaller packs because I don't use a lot at one time. Also, you could freeze butter. Butter freezes really well, like years. Don't listen to what they say it's good for a year. No, it is good for a lot longer than a year. So if you have butter and it's in your freezer, don't worry about, I got to use it up or throw it out. No, you took that expiration date and you froze it. And that butter is going to stay fresh until you use it. And when you use it, it's going to be as if you just bought it. Egg whites I buy in the carton. I like to freeze egg whites. You can freeze them once they've been opened, or you could freeze them before you even open the carton. You could pour them into like little baggies or something and freeze those. You might want to measure it first, because if you're going to be using it for cooking or baking and you're following a recipe, I don't usually follow a recipe unless it's baking, because I can't bake. So, yeah, and mark on there how many egg whites, like it equals like 2 tablespoons of egg white, 1 tablespoon of egg white, Get the picture? Okay, time for another sip of coffee. Hang on, guys. Now, some people have frozen bananas. They'll pull them out of the freezer later on and make banana bread. I tried doing that a few times, and when I saw the bananas in the freezer, it just looked like a big pile of mush, and it grossed me out, and I threw them away. So, I don't know. Maybe I can try it again. Yeah, you can freeze milk. Anything that's liquidy, you're going to want to leave maybe a half inch to an inch headspace on the top to leave room for expansion. What else can you freeze? I've never tried it, but here's another idea. Some people will freeze, they'll get an ice cube tray and they will freeze olive oil with all the seasonings that they want in it. And when they're frozen, which is almost like a flash freezing, they'll take them out, put them in a baggie or something, and then just go in the freezer and take one out and throw it in the frying pan, and they're all good to go. I've never done that, but I might try. I just might try that. Fruits. I can't really say because I've had frozen grapes and they're really good. I guess you could freeze watermelon, and like those things are a good treat in the hot summer. Very thirst quenching. But to say I have frozen fruit to use down the line, I haven't. So I can't say that I did it and give you advice on something or my opinion on something if I haven't tried it myself. Rice. Some people say you could freeze cooked rice in the freezer. Personally, I have tried that with pilaf. I've made pilaf and we've had too much and I've thrown it in the freezer. It's okay if you take it out and heat it up and, nothing's as good as fresh, but it's okay. It's edible. It still tastes fine. The texture might be a little bit off, which it brings me to pasta. I don't like pasta frozen. I just don't. It's just me. Bread, of course. If you find bread on sale or you want to just stock up and you're not going to use it, take the packages of bread, put them in an airtight freezer bag, and then you might even want to just throw them all in. See here, they did away with those shopping bags, those little plastic bags they used to give you that you could put 20 on your arm and carry your groceries in. They did away with those. So I'm relying more on freezer bags. And what I like to do now is I'll put them all in a freezer bag, and then I will put them in, because now we use paper bags out here. I'll put them in a paper grocery bag, and close it up really tight and freeze it. And I know that that's my bread bag, so if I need anything, I can just go get it. Another tip for freezing, and this is going to be my last tip, so I hope you stayed and watched all the way to the end, is if you want to marinate something, say you want to marinate some chicken, put it in your freezer bag, your seasonings with it, your marinade, whatever you want to use. Put your meat in there, let's just say it's chicken. Seal it up really well, squish the bag around a little bit. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to marinate while it's freezing, and it's going to marinate again as it's defrosting, and it's going to be phenomenal. You're not going to have to wait until it thaws out before you can marinate it. It's just going to be great. It's going to come out really good. It's going to save you time. Berries can be frozen. Awesome. Wash them out very well. Let them air dry. I just put them on a cookie sheet on the table. I let them air dry thoroughly. I pat them dry with paper towel because I don't want any little ice crystals on there. And flash freeze them. And berries last a long time, especially like the blueberries and strawberries. And you'll have fresh berries all winter. As a matter of fact, I have a lot of strawberries that I threw in the freezer. I bought in the spring, and I was going to make jam. And now the weather's getting warm. I don't want to be in the kitchen making jam and canning stuff. So it's in the freezer. And on a cool day, I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to thaw it out, and I'm going to make my jam. So I hope that these were some helpful hints on what can be frozen, what can't be, or what my opinion is. Juices can be frozen. Again, you want to leave headspace and room for expansion. Yeah, I don't like lunch meat. I don't buy a lot, but once in a while we buy it. But I wouldn't want that frozen. Some people do. So if you do, leave me a comment below. Let us all know how it came out. Okay, folks, I hope that this was a helpful little video for you. Leave a comment below. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. You know that I love it when you share and subscribe. It really helps me out, helps me grow my channel and my YouTube community. I love you guys. I'm going to go finish my coffee, have some breakfast, and be blessed, and I'll see you on my next video.